My name is Austin Davidson, and this is my informative speech about the history of a fighter jet. Every day all over the world, fighter jets are ready to take flight and fight while flying through the sky at mind-blowing speeds and breaking the speed of sound while being able to maneuver quickly. If anyone threatens our nation, these would be the first line of defense and be the first at the scene. Today I'm going to tell you about the history of the fighter jet. My name is Austin Davidson, and I'm a machinist mate on board the aircraft carrier USS Ronald Reagan. Today's fighter jets have made an incredible journey from the first flight by the Wright brothers. Adding weapons and advancing technology over a century the plane has gone from shooting a machine gun through the propeller to breaking the sound barrier. First is the invention of the airplane. The airplane was created by Wilbur and Oliver Wright. They saw birds flying in the sky and thought how they could put this into a mechanism, a mechanical thing. According to History.com, on December 17th, 1903, in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the Wright brothers successfully flew the plane for the first time. They flew it for 59 seconds at 852 feet. That was a major accomplishment for this era. It was an extraordinary invention which some people thought could be used as a weapon. Which brings me to the second point, the creation of the fighter plane. It came about in World War I, and it gave people a way not to view the war but to help fight the war. According to Eyewitness to History.com, in 1915, a man by the name of Anthony Fokker created this weapon. He attached a machine gun to the forward end of an airplane and made the firing rate to where it was the same as the propeller, and it would shoot between the propeller blades. This technology of a weapon being attached to the airplane was the first of many ideas that would help shape into the modern fighter jet. Next is the major changes from a fighter jet to a fighter plane. The major change that happened was the installation of the jet engine. The jet engine would allow the plane to accelerate quicker and be faster than the previous propeller-powered plane. According to cs.stanford.edu, a man by the name of Hans van Ohen created the jet engine. How it works is the air intake goes in, it gets compressed, and then gets mixed with the fuel mist, and then combusts and goes out the exhaust. And when it goes out the exhaust, there's such a force that it thrusts the ship forward. The first jet plane that was created was called the Heinkel He 187. This changed the way that modern day jets would function. Which brings me to my last point. Finally, is the modern day fighter jets. There are many types of modern day fighter jets, and some of those types are the F-18, F-22, and F-35. They are all capable of breaking the sound barrier at supersonic speed. According to WashingtonTimes.com, one of the fighter jets that there are is the F-18 Hornet. It is capable of traveling at a speed of 1,190 miles per hour at 40,000 feet. The fastest jet that there is the X-15, and it is capable of going 6.7 Mach, which is 4,475 miles per hour. There are many varieties of fighter jets, and they're all capable of ample destruction and a lot of power. In conclusion, I have told you about the history of the fighter jet. Today's fighter jets have came a long way from the first plane that took flight, going 59 seconds at 852 feet, and now they are capable of going supersonic speed in less time than that. So remember, next time you see a fighter jet, remember that you know a little bit of history about that magnificent piece of machinery.